Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back with another Fortnite video. And in today's video, I wanted to be talking about why Epic always seems to make really bad updates to Fortnite, and my personal reasons and findings on why I think they are doing this on purpose, and kind of the reasoning and full behind it. So definitely stay to the end of the video if you guys want to hear my full opinion and all the reasons why I think Epic makes these changes on purpose. And before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. If you guys want a chance to win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and as well subscribe to my second channel. The link for that will be in the description or the pinned comment. Turn on my post notifications and as well comment down below your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And as well, if you guys would like to support me in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go over to the item shop, go down to support a creator, type in my code is Younghumor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. I really do appreciate all you guys who do add me. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I want to give you guys my 3 reasons on why I personally think Epic does these changes on purpose, because they obviously have to know that the changes aren't going to be well liked every single time they do it. So I want to give my full reasons why they constantly make these kind of updates into the game, and why it's going to continue to happen from season 11, 12, and just so on. It's just going to continually happen. It's just something you have to deal with. So I'm going to explain exactly why I think Epic makes these changes, and it's really not the best changes from my perspective, because I personally don't like to play with these kind of updates and all the things that they change, but it's just something that's going to constantly happen, something you guys have to deal with for the long term, because they've been doing it every single season, and everyone thinks that it's going to eventually stop, but it really isn't. So my first reason on why Epic constantly makes these changes into the game is for the first reason, and this just has to do with players like myself, is no matter what kind of changes they make to the game, the chances of the people like the pros, mainly the pros, because that's really the main people that matter to Epic, and for the reason being, because once it comes to the game being, I guess you can consider it like a not dead game, or like a game that everyone enjoys and everyone likes to watch. Basically what it comes down to it is the biggest influencers, what game are they playing, and right now the biggest game that they're playing is Fortnite. If everyone played Minecraft, then Minecraft would be the biggest game. And pretty much this is how it works when it comes to influencing and the games that people play. Whatever the majority of influencers are going to be playing, but basically what has the most views for that game is going to be the game that everyone else is going to play, because everyone else just follows what everyone else is playing. So if all the pros and all the best players that everyone likes to watch are playing a different game, then it's going to influence other people and they're going to watch different games. But the thing is, there really isn't any other game out right now that's really going to compete, and that really even has close to as many views as Fortnite. So no matter what changes they make, their pros aren't going to leave. Everyone says, or like, you know, all the pros, they claim they're going to leave, but they're really not. They're never going to leave. And unless Fortnite really goes downhill really far, which I really doubt that's ever going to happen. Their whole fan base and their whole brand is based on Fortnite. So no matter what kind of changes Epic makes to the game, they're really not going to, you know, try to change games. And also for the same reason, like myself, is I put so much time into this game when it comes to like learning how to build, how to shoot, how to play really well. And it doesn't make any sense to try to relearn a whole new game, if that makes any sense. So I put so much time into the game, and especially at this point when I put 2 years, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like playing basketball. It's like practicing basketball every single day and then never playing a game. It really doesn't make any sense. I guess like maybe if you enjoy it, but like you guys get my point. Like it doesn't make sense. You're gonna play the game for years and years and years, and you want an ROI on it. You eventually want to be able to be really good at the game, and as soon as you get good at the game, they make some bad updates. You kind of just have to suck it out, and you're not going to just switch to another game right away. And Epic knows this, and another reason why they constantly make these updates is because, like I said, the pros are never going to leave, but when they make these updates, it definitely brings a lot of new players into the game, and I think that's what's most important to Epic, is bringing in a bunch of new players to the game, in which, because a lot of the times you see you pretty much see Epic everywhere, like the most popular game, so of course they're getting blasted everywhere on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. So you constantly have a bunch of new players coming to the game, and once you have a bunch of new players coming to the game, and of course, you know, they have such a disadvantage because they have players like me who try so hard at this game, and I can win so many games in a row. So when it comes to players, new players coming into the game, they really have to have some sort of way that they can get wins. Otherwise, they're just eventually going to leave because they're going to lose every single game. But also, there's another perspective in which, if you're not good at a game, you shouldn't win type of thing. But when it comes to video games, everyone wants to be able to, at least get kills. And that's the good thing about Call of Duty. It's super easy to get kills, and it really doesn't take that much effort and that much skill to be able to get like 5 or 10 kills in a game. Whereas Fortnite, when it comes to getting a win, it's a lot more difficult, and you don't want to spend the entire day playing just to never get a win. So Epic definitely has to make a few changes to try to cater to that audience, including like putting the mech in the game, which I think was at first really, really broken. I think now it's kind of fair, and I don't really think they need to make a bunch of crazy items to make them win very easily. And I just really think that they made like a few cool items that really weren't overpowered, but they're just more fun to use. I think that would be a lot better and keep more people in the game. But of course, I don't really know everything. I don't know statistics on it, but I feel like that would be a really good solution to it. But all in all, they have to keep these beginning players or new players to constantly keep going back to the game, which is actually kind of crazy how Fortnite's been out for like over 2 years, and there's still new players coming to the game every single day. Because you would have thought it would have maxed out a little bit because the game's been out for so long. It's been the most popular game for so many years. But then you have kids maybe getting their first Xbox, getting their first PS4, PC, whatever the case may be, and maybe it's the first season they've ever played Fortnite. So they want to be able to try to get wins. So Epic, of course, has to cater to that audience, at least in the slightest bit, because they have to try to make pros happy and also make the new community happy. And a lot of times what they end up doing is making something that's completely broken or completely unfair that really does screw up the pro community, and they get really upset about it, which I think a lot better solution is not to touch competitive play, and when you make changes to public matches, it's only for public matches. I think that would be a really good solution, but of course Epic doesn't do this. They change for competitive because it really doesn't make any sense for people who are already really good at the game to have like things like mech in the game. It doesn't make any sense, especially things that are as overpowered as that, just because the players are in that lobby are already extremely good, and they don't want these type of things in the game. So it only makes sense to not add those specifically for like the league play and like the arena playlist. And so the third reason on why Epic is going to constantly make these changes, because the last 2 updates that I can think of, the last 2 updates they made pretty much when Season 10 started, they brought in the mech, was completely overpowered. And then when they added, or they took away turbo building, it absolutely blew up. It was like trending on Twitter. As you guys saw in the thumbnail, it was crazy. So many people were tweeting about it. And whether this is a good thing or bad thing from your perspective, one thing you do have to consider is that it's free attention for Epic Games. The more people that are going to be talking about the game, the better, because even for the new players who haven't even heard the game, even if you have a bunch of pros complaining about the game, maybe to someone who's, I don't know how that's possible, but some people may have never heard of Fortnite or whatever the case may be. Maybe they're new to the game. Maybe they haven't played the game in a while and they just want to go check out what everyone's talking about. So it might incline them to go on the game, and as they get on the game, they see a skin they like, and then they go ahead and buy the skin. So different things like that would make a lot of sense, and why Epic would constantly make these changes, because whether or not because it really is a good line between good attention and bad attention. Of course, a lot of people are going to be complaining, but at the same time, they do have all the data when it comes to the amount of people playing on the game, the amount of people leaving, new players, and everything like that. And as long as the data and the graphs are going to be going up for the most part, then they are doing a pretty good job when it comes to bringing new players in the game. But they do have to find a good balance between keeping players in the game and then keeping like the OGs and like the influencers really happy, because those are the people that are going to be promoting their game and the ones that are going to be pushing it and basically allowing the game to be as popular as it is. Because it would make sense, because I know some people might just say that Epic Games is really incompetent when it comes to their marketing and when it comes to their updates and I guess their development team. I don't know exactly who makes the updates, but at the same time, they made so many controversial updates, and I think at this point they probably know what they're doing, and a lot of people in the community don't really know exactly what it is, but I feel like for the most part they know what they're doing, because they made so many updates that were controversial, and still people are playing the game and the numbers keep going up for the most part. There's been like dips here and there, but for the most part the numbers are going up or being pretty steady, or at least being pretty high. It's never going to peak like it was in Season 2, but the numbers are still going to be up and still going to be that high for a very, very long time. But also at the same time, there has been companies that have been pretty incompetent when it comes to their marketing and their strategies. And just for an instance, if you guys wanted to know what I was thinking, basically with the whole situation with Gillette, they pretty much killed their entire brand It really didn't make any sense for those of you guys who know about that case and know what they did. They pretty much destroyed their entire brand by themselves. Really dumb idea. It made absolutely no sense, but that's what they did, and then it's just what happened. And with that being said, that's a wrap up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys do drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on my post notifications so you guys are notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.